Again, some of this is going to be about Annie. So we are going to be doing a little bit of repeating, but there's more than just what happened to Annie in this. Okay? There's a couple more examples of security failure at Twitchcon. And I know I did a quick scrub through, and at least one part of this is repeating or talking about what happened with Chibi. So let's jump in.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So today we're going to be talking about the ongoing situation involving Twitch and, of course, by default, TwitchCon, which is currently on.
Hang on a second. I want to make sure that this is the one I'm thinking of. Okay, it is. Okay. We're good.
Underway at San Diego. There is some very big and concerning controversies involving this event, which have really culminated a long-standing history of security-related concerns involving content creators and really just the culture involving Twitch and TwitchCon as a byproduct. And we're going to talk about so many things today. Well, first of all, we're going to do a follow-up to yesterday's video where we talked about Emiru, who is a very popular Twitch streamer who's made the platform millions upon millions of dollars. She was sexually assaulted during a meet and greet at TwitchCon 2025, and she is someone who reported that she wanted her own personal security detail.
I see something. Notice something that's missing from this article. Notice the inaccuracies with this article. Approached Emiru on stage. She was not on stage, she was on the floor. This was on the floor at a meet and greet. She was not on stage and grabbed her without consent. Screw you, Rusty Mama Sayer. Did not talk about the fact that he tried to kiss her. So whoever published this, Joe Pring needs to check his motherfucking facts. Because when a male attendee approached Emiru on stage, mischaracterizes it. It completely mischaracterizes what happened. Where she was on the floor at a meet and greet with other meet and greets surrounding her, it makes it sound like she was presenting on a stage and this person went up onto the stage and just grabbed her. Not that he grabbed her up and leaned down to kiss her and obviously trying to kiss her. So, yeah, Joe Pring, check your fucking facts, you goddamn hack.
At this event, but that security was banned because they did their job. They prevented creeps from getting too close to her, but they were banned.
Yeah.
But the weirdos attacking her, we'll see that they don't get a permanent ban like her security. They get a 30-day ban for sexually assaulting her. We'll get into that, don't worry. But anyways, this is the clip where some loser ran up on stage and sexually assaulted Emiru, and the security provided by Twitch did not do their job. They did not protect her. It was an embarrassment.
They didn't do anything.
And then you see people like TMZ saying that Emiru was allegedly assaulted. No, it was not allegedly. She was assaulted in broad daylight.
Yep.
And Twitch let this happen. But now, the Twitch...
Oh, is this not the perfect picture to stick on with him? The fucking dirt face, the Dan Clancy dirt face? Tell me that's not the perfect image to stick there by Dexerto. Okay, now, we talked about this earlier. News media has to put in alleged to cover their ass. This is a legal thing. They have to say allegedly to avoid a lawsuit. Because if they don't say allegedly, then the person that they're writing about could sue them for slander. So that's why they have to put allegedly. That being said, as was pointed out earlier, they didn't have to put that in the story title. They could have just had the story title be, a person assaults Twitch streamer or whatever, and then they put in the body of the article they put that he is alleged to have done it. There's no need in the byline to actually put, or in the article headline to put alleged. There's no need for that.
CEO Dan Clancy, Gunnar Clancy, who normally spends all of his time like looking at the OnlyFans girls who are abusing his terms of service on his 13-plus website. Anyways, he says they're looking very closely at everything that happened to Emiru. I care deeply about Emiru. So I think...
So that was a fucking lie.
And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into it further. I've already ranted on it ad nauseum.
This response from the community note system on Twitter is very fitting. Twitch came out with a official statement saying this, basically saying that they tried their best to go after this guy, and they're using all their resources, but the note says this: Twitch allowed the assailant to walk originally and was only pressed to apprehend him until Emiru's manager pushed for it. The individual was allowed to walk originally. Twitch allowed the assailant to bypass several barriers and creator lines. Emiru's tweet on this with a source right there. But we have another source.
This is the one I was talking about.
Another example of this dude who assaulted Emiru live at Twitchcon. He just walked out. He just walked out of the event with no one pursuing him. But
just strolled
understand,
right on out.
Guys, Emiru and her preferred security, they were banned from TwitchCon for what? Doing their job. But these freaks, these incompetent weirdos at Twitch, they did not do their job. And they allowed this guy, this freak, to simply walk away.
Which begs the question. Is Dan Clancy and the people in upper management at Twitch pro-sexual assault? The question has to be asked. They let their favored streamers be pro-terrorism, torture, abuse his dog on stream. The only conclusion I can draw from that is that they are pro-terrorism and pro-animal abuse. The fact that they just let this guy walk out, didn't do a thing about it until Ennie's manager pushed them on it. Logical conclusion: Dan Clancy and the people in the upper management team are pro-sexual assault. They're pro-sexual abuse because they didn't do anything to address this at all. That is just a logical train of thought to go with, given the pattern that they have established with running their platform. I'm just looking at the pattern. That's all I'm doing. I'm looking at the pattern. That's the pattern.
Now, of course, Dan Clancy, like I say, Gunnar Clancy.
Oh, here we fucking go.
He did an interview with who else but Taylor Lorenz.
Obviously, we saw.
But, by the way, for those of you that don't know why I was going, oh, fucking Taylor Lorenz before about this, she's the one that tweeted out on, when, correct me if I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure this was Taylor Lorenz. If I'm thinking of someone else, please correct me. She has defended us on to no end. And if I'm not mistaken, she's the one that shit all over the Medal of Honor recipient that was featured on the U.S. Army's Twitter feed. When the U.S. Army featured a Medal of Honor recipient who lost at least one, possibly two limbs in protecting his guys over in the Middle East when they were in country, and lost like two limbs by protecting his guys, and was awarded the Medal of Honor for his bravery, she shit all over him, saying, why is this guy who is a Hillary supporter being promoted by the U.S. Army? I'm pretty sure that's, if I'm thinking of someone else, because all of these dumb cunt fucking, quote unquote journalists kind of all blend together. Was it someone else? That's why I'm sure. Laurel Loomer That's who it was. Okay. I got the L's mixed up. That's where it was. Okay, I got the L's mixed up. I'm sorry. I'm incorrect. It was not Taylor Lorenz. My mistake. I'm wrong. I am wrong. It was not Taylor Lorenz. It was Laura Loomer. It's the L last names got me all screwed up. So no, that she was not the one that went after the Medal of Honor recipient. My mistake. I was wrong. But yeah, she does love to base. She's a shit journalist. Okay, she is a shit journalist. That is just she's on the side of like terrorist ideologies and shit. She's like okay. Yeah, she's a Hassan Kaka. Okay, she fucking loves Hassan. So that's all you need to know.
One Twitch streamer yesterday, Amaru, got assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know also a bunch of Twitch content creators said that they were too scared to even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
The safety of our creators is the top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge
I already
in today's
raged
society.
about this.
It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. Okay, it's very different. When I use other short form content and people say all sorts of stuff, well, I can't stop that. But when I live stream, they basically don't bother me. Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that we care deeply about, securing this environment. We're looking very closely at everything that happened there. And I care deeply about Emmy. She's a friend of mine.
Lies.
So I want to see how we can support her.
Full of
this is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as the leaders in the industry about helping
some pregnant woman
creators,
giving birth, Dan. That's all you're good for.
More work to be done because that's the world we live in now.
Demi had posted earlier today that I guess this fan was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon. Why should streamers trust Twitch to keep them safe at TwitchCon? Because I feel like simultaneously this has been such a secure event. The point that even like journalists have had struggled, it is very secure. But here's this man that just walks up.
Wait, this is stuff that we didn't see. Hold up.
Twitch to keep them safe at TwitchCon, because I feel like simultaneously this has been such a secure event to the point that even like journalists have had struggled. It is very secure. But
we didn't see this in the other clip. We did not see this in the other clip. Holy shit. Whoa, she's desperately gobbling Danny Boy's cock. And Taylor, no wonder she's wearing the mask. She's trying to hide the cock that she's trying to hide the fact that she's ramming his fucking micro dick down her throat right now. It's so secure. Oh, even the journalist had a problem? Wow, she is glazing the fuck out of Dan Clancy right now. Which is no surprise. Because she loves Hassan. She absolutely loves Hassan, and Dan Clancy protects Hassan. So, of course, she is going to glaze the fuck out of him with her dried up coochie. Absolutely. Yeah, he picked her to interview him on purpose for this reason. Oh, this is sick. This is just pathetic.
But here's this man that just walks up and is somehow able to bypass all these things. So why should they trust the platform when slip-ups or, issues like this have happened?
Well, I mean, as you know, I think you toured some of what we do in terms of security. The reality is, even as you do a lot in terms of security in today's world, there are challenges that can present themselves, especially when someone is putting themselves out there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Gooner Clancy. Friends don't do that to their friends, okay? They don't leave them to go out and get assaulted in front of people and have no security to defend them. This guy, put on a cowboy hat all you want, cowboy.
Yeah, cowboy. No. I'm biting my tongue. I was going to say something. Nope, I'm not going to say it because I'd be insulting people that don't deserve to be insulted. So, never mind.
But you're a coward. And look at Taylor Lorenz wearing a mask. In 2025? What year is this? And understand that this is the same woman who not only doxes people because They disagree with her journalism. But this is the same person who simps
here we
for
go.
Hassan Piker.
Yeah. This motherfucker went to a protest wearing a fucking LBV, armored LBV, with fucking press on it. Hassan, he's fucking LARPing as a journalist again. Because of course he is. Because of fucking course he is.
Same guy who's been attending protests wearing a bulletproof jacket, right? He feels so unsafe. He wears a bulletproof jacket, but he feels comfortable enough bringing his dog to the same events.
Yep.
This guy is facing allegations of animal abuse, and he's bringing his dog to an event where he feels so unsafe, he wears a bulletproof jacket. Let that sink in. You know what? I'm not on Collargate the last 2 days. We might pick it up again tomorrow, but look at this dude. Look at him.
Yeah. And bear in mind, don't forget, he said he wasn't going to TwitchCon because he was worried that someone else would get harmed because of his presence at TwitchCon. Remember that. That was his excuse for not going at TwitchCon. He said, I don't want someone else to get harmed by my appearance at TwitchCon. And now he's at a protest wearing a bulletproof vest. I don't know if this is a full-on LBV or not, with the fucking, like, bullshit press thing on it. But he's bringing his dog, and I guarantee you that dog doesn't have a bulletproof harness on it.
Bulletproof jacket, but dog in hand.
Oh yeah, look at her ears. Yeah, look at her ears. Her ears are flat. She doesn't want to be there. She does not want to be there.
It's just a prop. It's just a prop, guys. Yeah. We all know this. But anyways, Moist Critical actually dropped a video about Emiru and the TwitchCon situation, and honestly, he's right.
And in fact, it wasn't until her manager pressed them for action that they did anything at all.
Yep.
That's unhinged. They didn't want to, jump into action after a fucking assault just took place. I just don't get it. That's
against one of their top
unhinged.
Streamers.
It almost feels like maybe they're more angry about Emiru's bodyguard there shoving the guy. Like maybe they're thinking about banning him from Twitch events in the future or something. Like it doesn't seem like their priority is safety. If they were going to just let this guy walk away until Emiru's manager had to force their hand to do something, this is just not a safe environment. And this isn't a new criticism of TwitchCon. This has been consistently something that people have spoken out about for years with TwitchCon. Like, I'm sure a lot of you have heard the horror stories that have been reported numerous times in the past at previous TwitchCons about, like, drink spiking or, like, the lack of security present, stuff like that. It has been something that people have mentioned numerous times, and every time Twitch tries to assure the community that, they're really taking security seriously this time around. This time, it's fucking locked down. There's going to be no issues. And like clockwork, there's always seemingly some kind of big security concern or something that arises
every
at
time.
TwitchCon.
Every time.
It's just, I don't understand how they're not doing anything to, like, remedy it.
I mean,
because they don't care. That's why they're not doing anything to remedy it. Because they do not care. They want the revenue that they get from TwitchCon. They want the revenue they receive from the streamers. And that's it. That's the only thing they give a fuck about. They give a fuck about their revenue that they're achieving. The streamers are tools. That's all they are. They probably don't even view the streamers as being human. Dan Clancy saying Emiru is my friend? Bullshit. Fucking lie. Absolute fucking lie. They care about their revenue, and they care about Hassan. For whatever reason. Maybe, like I said, Dan Clancy is just desperate for that inverted micro dick on Hassan. And he wants to desperately just lap it up when he's not dooning over women giving birth on live streams. Or shirking it to the hot tub streamers. Like, that's what Dan Clancy cares about. He cares about Hassan's inverted micro dick, the hot tub streamers, and pregnant women giving birth. There you go. That's what Dan Clancy cares about, if anybody was wondering.
I don't understand how they're not doing anything.
Oh, and, sorry. And baby furries in diapers showing furry PDF artwork on their stream. Can't forget about that one. Can't forget about the diaper baby furry PDFs. Can't forget about that.
Is at TwitchCon. It's just, I don't understand how they're not doing anything to like remedy it.
I mean, he's 100% correct. Look at clips like this. The security at TwitchCon is an absolute joke.
Yeah. That was a failure. That was a failure. The wristband didn't trigger. Okay, hang on. Let me rewind this. You can see how this is supposed to work. Okay? This person, it goes green, which means the wristband, the RFID triggered properly. The wristband trigger of this person's wristband is good. It's valid.
I mean, he's
this
100% correct. Look at clips like this. The security
not
at
working,
TwitchCon is
not working. And this person that works for Twitch said, go on. The wristband did not key. The RFID on the wristband didn't key. And the Twitch security said, all right, go ahead. It's fine, go ahead. And let him through.
Absolute joke. Let me say that again. The security at TwitchCon is an absolute joke. They have allowed this to happen. And guys, by the way, not trying to like expose anyone or like put them in a situation. I have seen both females and males, including people I have actually met up with in person, who have claimed they were sexually assaulted at TwitchCon. Not just TwitchCon, but TwitchCon 2025.
Yep.
It's a culture. It's a very disturbing culture that has been culminated on Twitch and by people like Dan Clancy. He has allowed this. And you know what he was doing during these allegations of all these?
He's not only allowed it, he's blaming the victims. So he's not only allowing sexual predators to roam freely at TwitchCon, he's blaming the victims of their crimes and saying, it's all your fault. You put yourself out there, it's all your fault.
He has allowed this. And you know what he was doing during these allegations of all these things happening? He was going to after parties. This, like, ancient man going to after parties. Meanwhile, people on his platform, including some of the most...
By the way, the video, what did these two girls do at the end? You notice what these two girls did at the end here?
Ancient man going to...
I have no idea if these two girls... Like, I don't recognize either of these two. Maybe you guys can tell me if these two are streamers? If they are going to their own meet and greet spots? I have no idea who these two are. If they are not streamers, they completely jump the queue. And no one stopped them.
Was going to after parties.
Look at this.
This, like, ancient
Are they
man
streamers, Lonely Healer?
going to after parties. Meanwhile, people on his platform, including some of the most important people to his bottom revenue, his bottom dollar, they were being assaulted. He couldn't care less. How does Twitch and its owner, Amazon, deal with this guy? Step down. That's it. Step down. Right now. You can't even turn...
No, don't even give him the dignity of stepping down. Because if he steps down, he'll get a golden parachute. So no, don't let him step down. Fire him. He needs to be fired. So he gets no golden parachute by stepping down from Twitch. Because that is a key fucking distinction here. He has run Twitch into the ground so much. He has protected pedophiles, terrorist sympathizers, and sexual assaulters. If he's allowed to step down, he'll get a golden parachute from Twitch and Amazon. Fuck that shit.
That video of Dan on Twitter actual got community noted, saying it's from last year's TwitchCon, not this year's.
Well, okay, But the video aside, Heckle, Emmy said that he was at after parties. That when we watched Emmy's video at the beginning, she said that the Twitch management was at the after parties. So video aside, he was still partying it up the night before.
A profit. This company, like I said yesterday, they make billions every year, and they're still not profitable. And yet their gooner CEO just goes around partying, doing whatever he wants, and the conventions related to his company are filled with endless complaints about sexual assault, and he's still there. What are you doing, man? Well, let's go back to Emiru. Emiru actually released a statement saying a lot. Okay,
there we
it's
go.
a long statement, but basically she is talking about the situation, and she's
I got you,
shaken.
Heckle. Okay.
We all understand how bad this situation is, right? But she released a video on YouTube that's gotten a lot of attention, addressing what happened at TwitchCon, and she begins with this clip right here, where she talks about the sort of ban of the person who assaulted her.
I've been talking to Twitch people, and I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days. What?
Yeah.
And then she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the f are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a f if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here. So they changed it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Yeah.
Also, later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't see it. But I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
There you go.
Absolutely and utterly disgusting. Guys, longtime viewers with some really sharp observational skills, look above me. I used to have my Twitch handle right here. It's gone. I'm not doing that anymore. Nope. I feel like there's been something telling me like it's wrong to support Twitch. But after this, I got the courage to say, no more. I'm done with that. If you guys want to support me, you can do it in other ways, but not on Twitch. Okay? We are
Is he not streaming anymore?
with that platform. A 30-day ban for sexually assaulting someone live at TwitchCon? Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me?
Yeah.
I am so sorry for Emiru or anyone who has to deal with this.
Someone can someone really quick for me check and see if his account is still active on Twitch? Out of curiosity, can one of you guys really quick see if Rev still has an active account on Twitch? And can someone see if he's created an account on Kick?
I am so sorry for Emiru or anyone who has to deal with this nonsense. 30-day ban for sexually assaulting someone at your convention? Not a permaban, not arrested, no claims for legal justice, just a 30-day ban?
You see it?
Dude.
Again, I've already said this before, but as a reminder, all positive action taken on behalf of Emmy pushing for a permanent ban, getting this guy arrested, making sure, like, finding out about the, finding out in regards to security. Every positive thing with this entire situation, Twitch was uninvolved. Entirely. Twitch was not involved in any of it. It was all Emeru's manager that was involved. It was Emeru's manager that pushed for the permaban. It was Emeru's manager that called the cops. It was Emeru's manager who was inquiring about the state of security. It was all Emmy's manager. Twitch did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What are we doing? Seriously, what are we doing?
It's going right, guys?
I'm horrified by what I'm looking at. This happened. Okay? She was assaulted live at Twitchcon. Yeah. And they got nothing to say. But here's...
I'm seeing people saying that his account on Twitch is still there. He just hasn't streamed in 9 months. Are you guys sure it's... Are you guys on Twitch saying that it's... you sure it's his? Right, there, yeah, there's the rep says that's on Kick, but you can't verify that's it. Fair enough. Okay, so he is still on Twitch, but he hasn't streamed on there apparently for a very long time.
Live at TwitchCon. And they got nothing to say. But here's another clip from her video.
I don't think that Twitch would have put out an official statement if that clip wasn't posted and going viral. And even after the fact that that clip was posted and going viral, as far as I know, the other people who had meet and greets today were not reached out to ask if they wanted extra security or if they even wanted to cancel their meet and greet. Like, maybe some people were, but I know for a fact Extra Emily wasn't. My personal manager made sure that she had extra security. No one reached out to her. Don't know about everyone, but I know that for a fact.
No, she's right. If you're someone who is supposed to be a host at any sort of meet and greet or whatever at TwitchCon, how do you feel safe?
Yep.
And I want to share a very disturbing account here from Chibidoki. Okay,
here we
go.
VTuber. Here we go.
And apparently, by the way, people were cut off. According to these users, she was cut off from her meet and greet. She had time to spare to talk to these people, but the staff at TwitchCon cut them off and said Chibidoki was sick. And that's why they were cut off. According to Chibidoki, she was not sick. They made that up.
Yeah. Once again, Twitch not beating the allegations that they're anti-VTuber. This is just another example of Twitch hating VTubers. Despite the fact that a VTuber is one of the most popular streamers on their fucking platform. Okay? Now C is one of the most popular streamers for the entire platform. And Twitch is, like, they're not beating these allegations that they hate VTubers. This is what I saw. I saw this before I started stream. Nags and I were told to stop. I'm so incredibly sad. I was genuinely excited to meet everyone. I never told any of the staff I'm sick. I'm so confused. I showed up and asked if I could wait for Nags before going out. That's the only time staff talked to me in the meet and greet area before telling us to cut the wine short. So sorry if it's true. Yeah, so Twitch basically said, fuck this VTuber bitch. We're cutting her short.
That's gross. That's weird. What's up with that? But it gets worse. Apparently, during the verification process, she had to unmask herself.
Oh.
Which is not only frightening for any content creator, but especially a VTuber who wants to, like, you know, keep their...
I mean, for the love of God, see, like, Do I need to bring up what fucking happened to Camilla again? They made her show her face in public where anybody could just, like, anybody could be standing there and dox her. Like, there's a fucking reason why when VTubers go to conventions, they wear masks, because they don't want to dox themselves. And Twitch is like, nah, fuck that, show your face, bitch. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, this would be, like, VTubers, stay the fuck away from TwitchCon. Like, VTubers, like, granted, TwitchCon is dead. There's never going to be another TwitchCon after this one. But, holy shit. This part I missed. I missed this part where that they wouldn't let me enter, told me walk all the way to the help desk to get permission to enter my meet and greet because their wristband that they gave me doesn't work. Bear in mind. Okay? Context. The staff had been lovely, but they wouldn't let me enter and told me to walk all the way to the help desk to get permission to enter my meet and greet because their wristband that they gave me doesn't work. And yet, remember the earlier clip that we saw? Remember the earlier clip that we saw where two girls, I guess maybe they were streamers, one of their wristbands didn't work, and what did the Twitch staff do? Oh yeah, go on in. Just flagged him right up through when the wristband didn't work. But Chibi had to go to the help desk and show her face because their piece of shit wristband didn't work. Because, shock of shocks, their bullshit security measures failed abysmally, and so you're gonna dox a VTuber? Fuck you, Twitch. Go fuck yourself.
Any content creator, but especially a VTuber who wants to, like, you know, keep their identity a secret. She had to do that to get in with her spot. And you know what? About 2 years ago, me and my wife, we were featured guests at a convention in 2023. And we went behind the scenes. Sorry, just banging my ring against the desk. But we went behind the scenes and we went to a Chibidoki Q&A. And she was wearing a bucket hat covering her head, and she had a mask on, and I believe she was wearing sunglasses as well. The point being, she wants to hide her identity for very obvious and
yes,
good reasons. Okay?
Yes.
It's not.
Yes, because VTubers that have been doxxed have been attacked. Again, I will point out fucking Camilla. Somebody put a tracker in a gift that was given to Camilla, tracked her to her home, and tried to bash in her fucking door with a sledgehammer to get to her. Yeah, VTubers maintain their privacy for a real fucking good reason. Because people are scary. And people look at VTubers and don't think of them as being okay, let me rephrase. Some people that are mentally disturbed will look at a VTuber and they don't see them as being real humans. They see them as the pretty anime girl that they can do anything they want to. So that's why being a VTuber going IRL will do everything they can to protect their identity because there are unfortunately these parasocial psychopaths in their audience that will try to harm them. And so they have to protect themselves. And Twitch just said, yeah, fuck that, we don't care.
Just the haters who are going to go out and try to harm you. It's the people who are obsessed with you in an unhealthy manner who are also a threat. So protecting your personal identity, that is very important. But apparently she had to unmask herself.
I know, Jeremy.
In front of strangers. Because TwitchCon demanded that of her. Let's just watch one more clip from Emiru.
I didn't really get a chance to talk about it because of, all the things that were happening, but I kind of wanted to apologize for some people were talking about the clip of me getting kind of emotional at the end of the RV trip. That shit kind of just slipped out, but there's a lot of things that I haven't wanted to talk about that I think I will probably be talking about when I get home from Twitchcon.
Uh-huh.
So, just wanted to let you guys know about that. Yeah.
So in this clip, she does not confirm who she's going to drop this video or whatever it is on, right? But based on context and some comments from other popular YouTubers who might know this potential person, I have a very sinking suspicion of who this is, and I have the absolute worst vibes from this person, and I think I know who it is. And if she is gonna speak the truth on this guy, all I can say is, Emiru, go for it, because this guy is a weirdo. He is a very weird and like I said, worst vibes ever. Like, speak your truth.
Hey, I'm intrigued.
Do it, Emiru. Speak.
Really? People are thinking it's Miskiff? Like, I will freely admit, I know fuck all about Miskiff. I know absolutely fuck all about him. Like, I don't like the mainstream face cam streamers. I know about very few of them. Very few. Because I typically don't watch a lot of streams. I know about, some of the VTubers, of course, and I know about some of the facecam streamers. Like, I know about Enny, I know about Tecton, I know about Asmongold, I obviously know about Hassan. I know about some of the facecam streamers, but like some of these other, like Ludwig and Miskiv and FaZe Clan, like, I know precisely fuck all about them. So, yeah. But I am intrigued what kind of lore dump she's gonna have on him.
That's all I gotta say about this particular clip. But anyways, that's gonna do this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Okay. Well, so we got a little bit more of an info dump on shit that's been going on at TwitchCon. And just how shitty things are going there. Oh boy. Yeah, the TwitchCon stuff. TwitchCon is over with. There's not gonna be another one. Even if Dan stupidly tries to do it again, it's not gonna work. It's no one's gonna show up. No one is going to be showing up to TwitchCon anymore after this. Like, maybe you'll get some fans there, and they're gonna see no content creators there, and they're gonna go, well, shit, what am I doing here? This is done. TwitchCon is absolutely done, and Dan Clancy and Twitch killed it.